In this video, I will give you a very quick and easy to follow practical advice on how to disengage yourself emotionally from a painful breakup, from a painful relationship which has ended and which is not about to come back, obviously. Because a lot of women in particular, they feel strongly attached to a partner whom they loved for many years after the relationship finishes off. Their feelings of regret, of pain, of hatred, of missing the person. They can go from both extremes. And this is particularly strong for women. And because there is a special thing that happens, esoteric science teaches us through the eyes of clairvoyant observations that when a woman has a sexual contact with a woman with whom she feels emotional attachment to, not just a one-night stand where no one remembers anything or feels anything for the other, but when the woman had feelings, experienced feelings for the man, if she has with such a man physical contact, a strong astral bond forms between the man and the woman. It's called in some cultures Akka cords, in other cultures astral bond, and it's something that lasts for up to 7 years after the last contact, physical contact with the person that you had feelings for. And this is particularly, it always works in such a way that the man can soak up and can feed on the energy of the woman even after 7 years through that Akka cord, through that astral cord that is formed between the two of them. And it's usually the man, and it's always the man that feeds upon this energy of the woman. And even when the woman is already in new relationships, in new family, with new people around her, at moments she might feel very down and miss this person out of the blue for no reason because of this connection. Until this connection is pure, until it's interrupted, this Akka cord, and is purified, it will continue to be there to torture the woman. And I'm sure you've all had such experiences. And you're wondering, why can't I move on? It's been it's been 3 or 4 years. Why? Look at him. He's living his life happily, and look at me. I'm still stuck here, even though I have a new husband now. This happens sometimes, especially to more emotional women. So what can you do? Well, ancient sources gave us very quick practical advice. Go to any new age shop, anywhere, and get yourself a black stone. The black stone is either obsidian or black obsidian or onyx, whichever one is cheaper, and get a little tumblestone, black tumblestone, because this is a stone which soaks up negative energies, which can interrupt and break down such an Akka cord, such an astral cord between a man and a woman, so the man stops feeding subconsciously on the woman's energy. Even if he has forgotten about her, he'll be able to keep drawing out of her energy for years afterwards without even being aware, without wanting to hurt the woman. This happens, So a woman has a responsibility to cleanse herself. That's why it was so important before in ancient cultures that women are virgins, because the woman forms such a strong psychic bond to another energy, and her energy field is not fully clean, this way. But anyway, I'll teach you how to clean it. So take one of those tumblestones, and during your period, from the day of your period starts till the end it lasts, put it between your padding, between your pad and between your underwear. And the pad will keep the tumblestones quite strongly there, because it has, the sticky side of it at the back. So it doesn't move, it doesn't show. Don't worry, everyone that's done it, and I've done it, you keep it at place there. So for 7 days, keep putting it there, and keeping it, or 5-6 days till your period lasts. And at the last day of your period, make a little ritual. Say a prayer to Virgin Mary, to Mother Mary, the feminine energy of the universe. Say a little prayer. If you're more spiritually inclined and mystically, to make it more powerful, the ceremony. Take the stone. The stone would have soaked up your astral influences, because the period is the part of the body that throws out all kind of poisons. The woman can throw out a lot of poisonous influences with her period, and this way she can throw out these influences from many past relationships. It might not be even one. It might be relationships from 4 or 5 years ago. You'll be able to with this stone to cleanse yourself from this. And bury the stone somewhere. Throw it in a river or bury it somewhere away from your house in the earth with this little ceremony of prayer. Let the person go and ask for being released. But whoever has done it, I've done it, a few friends have done it, they got total release. I had friends who 2 or 3 years after a breakup kept dreaming of the person, kept feeling sad about him. I had such a relationship, and the moment I did it, I did this ceremony. Within 2 weeks of that ceremony, I was released, total relief, no more reoccurrence of sad memories, no more regrets, no more sadness, total disconnection from that person. Even if the memory and the loss of that person is very recent, from a few months, it works out as well. It also works perfectly. You might, if it's more recent, you might have to do it 2 or 3 times during your period for it to be active, and then throw and bury the stone. But it does work like miracle. It's amazing. And actually, while you're doing it, during the time of your period, you might have very intense dreams to do with past loves, or even sometimes it might bring to the surface lovers that you thought you've really forgotten, but there is some psychic energy still of them in you, in your womb, in your body. So I had 4 or 5 different intense energies every night, a different boyfriend. It was wow. It was a Sodom and Gomorrah for about a week. And they're so vivid because this is a good symptom. The astral body is cleansing itself. And for it to cleanse, one last surge of intense emotion comes to the surface. You release it in your subconscious during sleep, and you're free after that of it. So some of you might have to do it 2 or 3 times, but usually, for me, 1 time worked, and for all my friends, 1 time worked, and it was amazingly powerful. So try it out. It's powerful healing technique, and it was given by a shaman, and crystals were used for thousands of years because they have consciousness, and the structure is very healing, and especially if the black stone, onyx, or obsidian, it has soaking, absorbing influences. This is exactly what you need right now too. And I would recommend for any woman who wants to meet a new man, even if she doesn't feel like that she feels pain from a past relationship, do this, because this way you're gonna break any kind of connection to the past, any kind of sexual relation. Every woman who is not a virgin and who's had relationships and wants to meet someone new, or who is entering into an engagement or marriage, or who is about to conceive, she better cleanse herself so her aura is totally free of other men's influences, of other lovers' influences. Basically, I cannot say she becomes virginal again, but she comes much closer to purity. And or if you're trying to find a new partner, you release a lot of psychic space within you to attract this new partner, which is no longer taken by the Akka chords and astral attraction or connection to the other past lovers. Thank you.